All right, I have a bonus question.
Okay.
What's your biggest turnoff? What can a guy do that will make you completely go, nope?
um, biggest one. Hmm. Like we said, cockiness. Um, and earlier you said like full sentences and things like that. If someone is talking to me in like abbreviations and
Sup?
yeah, and like short, I'm like, oh no, like I'm good. So
And some abbreviations are fine, the LOL. But
yeah.
if everything you need to decipher through the, texting, what's the texting dictionary? It gets a little old. There's not effort being put in, too.
Right.
Kind of
Yeah.
lazy.
I think that's the problem because I don't really care. Like when I'm talking with my friends, I do abbreviations sometimes, but like I think more so with dating, it seems like you're not trying too hard, maybe.
Okay, no, fair.
Absolutely.
What do you find is the biggest turnoff? What do guys do that just you're like, nope, done?
Ooh, the big, well, hmm. I mean, I don't know. um, I think when they keep coming down to some really awful character traits, everything that I'm thinking of, but I think being manipulative in any way is an absolute no-go. Being derogatory toward your date, absolutely walking the freaking hell away from that. Um, just kind of being a shit person is kind of where I'm kind of going, like if there's not consideration for the other person, that's like the most unsexy thing ever.
Fair enough. What's your biggest turnoff with men?
My biggest turnoff is being talked at and not talked with. So I had this date. It was a great idea to meet up at the Nelson. And this guy, he and I had some decent text exchange and some good conversation. We had mutual competencies. We had similar kid experience and a love of the young humans. And so that's kind of the launching point of our exchange. But this guy could not read the room. He could not see that that the tennis match of a conversation was uneven. And as I was trying to connect our conversation, he was just constantly trying to tell his stories. And it was a constant onslaught of stories that didn't even connect. And the dude could not see that I was going like this a lot. And it was, it was so comical that by the time we were done, even a security guard made a comment of, we must have been together a long time because I was looking at him as if he was full of shit. I was looking at him as if he was full of shit, but we had only been together like an hour and 15 minutes and I could not stand him. But it's just so sad because we had a lot in common. It should have been a good thing, but the dude talked at me forever. I couldn't wait to get out of there. So that would be the number one turnoff, is being talked at and not talked with. The next turnoff back is probably just someone who doesn't know what they are hoping to be interested in next. I met a great guy. He's got a job. He is recently went through a divorce. He's handling life well. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this man. He's a lovely man. But there was just no connection because he doesn't love his job. He doesn't hate his job. He doesn't have plans for what's coming up next. He's not avoiding anything. He doesn't, it's just everything is so oatmeal. And that is a real turnoff, that you really need to know what you're hoping to step into next, even if you don't know how it's going to happen. You need to, like, yeah, there's got to be some level of passion of life.
Sounds like what you're saying, the way I would look at it, is you want a man who has a vision and a plan.
I do.
We're not on a treadmill. We're
No.
hiking. We're going on a hike of some sort. We need to know where we want to end up,
Right.
or have an idea where we're heading, at least in the next.
Absolutely. Now, if you have a vision on a plan, you have to be prepared for that vision and that plan to be questioned. Not, questions may be a wrong word. Like in our discussion, because if you come to me with a vision and a plan, I am going to want to dialogue about it. And you also can't be so stuck with that defending your position becomes a point of ego attack, that it has to be able to, because people bring other elements and ideas. When you're an idea person and you bring that energy and you have a plan and a vision, and somebody's connecting with you, they're going to start to match that energy and that conversation. So you also can't be so hard and stuck to that you shoot every, hey, have you ever thought about type of statement down. That can be a real turn off too, because it's seen as it's just so negative, and it's
Closed-minded.
Closed-minded. Yeah.
You know, somebody with a different perspective may make you look at something differently or think about it differently.
Mm-hmm. And ultimately, those conversations are really more about collecting data and finding out if you can get on the same page, because we are all just kind of bumbling through this, trying to see if we even want to, like, I'm going to ask you questions to find out whether or not I think you're full of shit. Which sometimes guys come with you with a vision and a plan, and they did it, and they have this grandiose thing, and then I ask a few questions and I realize, well, you haven't read a goddamn book. You don't have a coach in any element. You don't have a mentor. You don't have anything. Oh, so you want to be a real estate mogul and you have bad credit. This is not going to work. So, be prepared to defend your vision and your plan.
The plan should have some foundation.
It should have some foundation. Yes. Which I gotta say, I love when those conversations come up and I am not nice about it.
You're not nice if they don't have any thought to the plan and they just have the
No, I
grandiose.
can't help myself. You would be Rebecca. Be nice to the poor guy, but I cannot. I'm just like, I will tell a guy, I'm like, you mean to tell me?
Oh, well, but that saves you from the second date.
No, those idiots always call back. Those are the ones I have to be like, really? There are some men out there, I'm like, oh, you're a masochist. I got it.